Welcome, children of light. I'll be honest and get real personal. I really didn't want to do a reading today. I would have preferred to maybe just lay in bed and not do anything, but something kept calling me to do it. And it was so strong that I had to get on up and do a reading. And I'm not really sure why. There are a couple of messages that I was getting kind of through the night and this morning when I woke up. And it goes something to the effect of yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can hear somebody honking their horn outside. I do live in the city, so it's gonna be noisy, and my house is also noisy because I don't live a quiet life. I do, but I don't at the same time. But anyway, it goes something like the messages that I was receiving is we're so busy being angry at each other. We're worried about immigrants, coming in, and we don't like these people, and these people don't like us, and um, the world would be better off if these people would stay over there, all kinds of foolishness. And the thing is that the powers that be don't want any of us around. That's one thing that kept coming up. And another thing is, I want you guys to pay attention to how you feel after you eat. And we can all say, oh, well, I eat healthy, I eat organic, or I don't eat this. The thing is, all of our food is poison now. The powers that be have completely destroyed the food chain, the system of how food is grown, at least in the U.S. Like they really don't care what the food is like, and it's making us sick. Everything we do nearly is making us sick. So while we're fighting amongst ourselves and each other, and worried about prejudices and all these other things that don't really matter, they're not only still making money off of us and getting rich, they're killing us all. And I'm not saying this so that you can get worried and afraid. I just want you to be aware of what's going on so that we can show each other love and compassion and stop making life harder for each other. I guess that's what I want to say about that. Now, I do want to go ahead and take deep breaths. I'm not going to count this time. I just want you to breathe as deeply as you want, as many times as you want. I will breathe, where I am, and then I'll start reading once I feel grounded and feel like the energy is ready. It's going to be a space of quiet time. I'm still here with you, breathing with you, supporting your breath, wanting you to be alive and joyful, but it's just going to be quiet. So let's go. Still here with you, still supporting your transition, your breathing, your life. Just continue to breathe. Okay, I'll go ahead and get started. I have a deck that I'm gonna use, but I'm really not sure which deck really I should be using. We'll start with one and just see where that leads. There are a lot of things that you really shouldn't be paying attention to right now. There are a lot of things that really don't deserve your energy, your time. Easier said than done, I know. But there's something about tending your own garden. And two things I want to say about that. One is if you can grow your own food, do that. And when you're able to share it, sell it to your community so that we can begin to develop our own systems to where we can support each other. We've got to stop relying on governments, on those in power to look out for us because they're not going to do that. It's never been that way. It's not just the sign of the time, it's always been that way. Okay, but we've got to learn how to support each other. So if you can grow your own food, if you can help your community sell your good food to the community, then do that. Okay, we need you to do that. Those of you who can, I can't grow anything except a cactus, but that's because it requires very little. But for those of you who can grow food, vegetables, all that good stuff, do that. Um, Something else about tending your garden. This could mean your emotional garden, your spiritual garden, your inner self, your light body. Something to help you stay peaceful. I'm also something else that was coming through for the past couple of days. I feel like and this it's always been like this. This isn't new. Humans are full of holes. We're just even if we feel like we're full, there are times when we just have a gaping hole on the inside of us. I've heard it defined as the God gap, like where spirit is supposed to be. And a lot of us our holes are a lot larger than others because we are completely empty. There's not even a good spirit filling that hole half of the time. I don't really have a suggestion for that today because I'm just not in that space to be, giving out advice to completely empty people. And I don't mean that, trying to be offensive is just the truth. I'm filling my own cup as you should be doing. Once you can fill your cup, then you can go out and fill everybody else's. I'm just trying to drink something warm, so I'm gonna pause momentarily throughout. Um, so anyway, those were the two things about tending your garden, growing your own food, farming, sharing with your community, and also paying attention to how you feel on the inside. Something else about the food that I don't think I said, pay attention to how you feel after you eat things because two things are happening with our food. They're because they are changing it because it's not real food anymore. We don't get full off of what we are eating, and what we're eating is making us sick. So anyway, let me move on from the food. Something that is really big that we need to be focusing on is building a protective barrier around our spirit bodies so that the darkness that is on the outside does not get on the inside. We've got to remain pure and clean on the inside, or else we will also lose our souls, children of light. Easier said than done. I get that. I get that you can say one thing, and I'm guilty of this too. That's why I can talk about it. Um, you can say, oh, you got to be clear, you got to do this, you got to not pay things no attention. But when you go out into the world and so many bad things happen right on top of each other, or so many people irritate you on top of each other, then you're going to feel infiltrated. You're going to feel dark on the inside. That's normal. It's natural. But the key is recognizing that that's what's going on and going into a place of meditation, telling your family, your friends, hey, I need about 3 to 5 minutes to myself. I need some quiet time. If you can do more than 3 to 5 minutes, then good for you, do that. But it's all about making sure that you know what's going on, that you're reading the energies around, and you're like, okay, I feel like this because let me go and get a quiet space so that I can get myself clear. Um, yeah. What you need to be two things you need to be focusing on is keeping a protective barrier around your spiritual self, praying for those you love that their spiritual selves are also protected, as well as manifesting what you need to survive, whether this is purity of mind and body, whether this is maintaining a clear heart space, whether this is food, shelter, money, whatever it is that you need. And don't feel guilty about trying to manifest money. The thing is, it doesn't make the world go round, but it does in a sense as well. You need it to survive. The crazy thing is that, and I know you guys have heard this, before, but we pay for things that are supposed to be free. We're paying to be alive. Water, food, being able to live off the land, live on the land, all of that is supposed to be free. We're not supposed to be paying for this. And everybody is always like, oh, everybody wants something for free. Why not? I was born on this earth. I can't help it. You know, people always talk about those on welfare and the homeless people. And I wonder if you guys are stepping back to see how unfair it is to judge somebody by what they're not able to do when the world is set up for it to be hard. We're supposed to be able to walk outside and pick an apple from the tree, eat, and get full. But the fact that all of those trees have been literally destroyed nearly, like you can't just walk down the street and pick an apple off the tree, is ridiculous. You can't go to the stream and drink because they polluted the waters. They filled the streams up so that you can't get to it. I just want you guys to realize the type of world that we're living in, and that we've got to be better people in order to bring about change without war. So, manifesting the things that you need to survive: clean, fresh water, organic foods, the ability to grow your own crops, money should you need it, just all of the things that are necessary. Trying to bring those into your life, manifesting those things, working hard to get them. Not working so hard to the point where you break your back and your spirit. Nobody deserves that much of you, and all of your needs will be met also. Even if it's not everything in abundance, all of your needs will be met. Yeah. Make sure that when you can, you're cooking wholesome meals. It's okay to go eat out. I'm not saying don't do that, because like a lot of people are tired and don't feel like cooking. I'm guilty of that sometimes. But you don't need to eat out all the time. And even though you're cooking the food doesn't mean that it's clean and organic or whatever. But I can't really explain what I'm seeing. It's just like something about cooking your own food, like not eating out so much. Maybe somebody needs to save money. I'm just guessing, and I don't want to. I don't want to pull too much today. It's gonna take too much energy. Whatever that means to you, apply it to your life. I'm also seeing somebody open up some kind of soup kitchen, something that will, help feed hungry people. Hmm. Give me just a minute. Mm, mm. Okay. I'm going to say, what's out, even though I really don't want to. Um, oh, what you're feeling, part of it anyway, part of what you're feeling now. If you're tired, if you feel like you don't want to get up, if like you're exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, part of what you're feeling is the purging of past life persecution. As 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 children of light, we were always persecuted for being ourselves, for being good, for being wholesome. And what you're purging is the persecution of past lives. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to say everything I see. Um, the thing is, the thing that Spirit wants you to know right now is that your soul has persevered through all of it. No matter what they did to you in a past life, no matter what they did to you in the past, no matter what they're doing to you presently, your soul has persevered up until this point, and it will continue to. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can be transformed, but it cannot be destroyed. And in saying that, just make sure that you are taking that time to yourself, that you are meditating, that you are doing the necessary work to heal, because while energy can be transformed, the light can also become the dark. Children of light, you can also be warped into, the brothers and sisters of darkness. So you have to be careful with that. Give me a minute. Man. Okay. Um, Another thing about past life, a lot of Akashic stuff, is coming out right now. But it's I'm seeing like a lot of your ancestors as well as maybe you in a past life. Um, I'm seeing a lot of lynchings. I really am. Um, I'm thinking about that song "Strange Fruit." Um, but what they were never able to destroy, even though they destroyed the bodies of our ancestors and our bodies in past lives, they were never able to destroy our spirits. Never. Whatever is coming next, you will be divinely led. You will, you will want to go a certain way, but the road will be blocked. For oh, mm, it's going to be different for every person. So I hate, in this sense, I hate to give a general reading because I feel like it confuses the listener. However, I have to say this, and I'm not really sure. You're just gonna have to be discerning. For some of you, when you find your pathway blocked, it is blocked for a reason. Okay, find a different route. For others of you, it may be blocked due to a spirit that isn't really strong enough to contain you. They're just there to play a trick, there to kind of play a game with you to make you feel like you have to engage when you really don't have to. And what you're going to have to do is kind of just maneuver around them and go on down the road. That's going to be different for each person. So be discerning, follow your gut instinct, listen to the calm voice in your head. Um, if you feel like you're alone, you need to know that you're not. A lot of your ancestors are waking up, and they're waking up to stand guard for you, to come to your aid, to help you with things. That does not mean that your life will be easy from here on out, because it will not be. There's no such thing as an easy life. Um, However, there are areas of our life, there are like periods of our life that it's easier than the others. There are soft spaces in our life where we can look back and say, I remember when life was like this, or that time may come again. I'm just saying that overall, life is not easy, but you do have ancestors that are standing guard for you, that they're waking up. They Something happened and they woke up. And I want to say that really it wasn't you. I really feel like you didn't do anything to wake these people up to come to your aid. I feel like the brothers and sisters of darkness woke them up in their arrogance, in their greed, in their need for control. They have abused the children of light so bad that the ancestors had no choice but to wake up. It's like wait a minute now, that's enough. So that I'm gonna have to leave it at that. Yeah. Um, now is the time for study. There is something that you need to be learning, whether it is taking the time to learn yourself or it's taking the time to learn about science, math, stars, navigation. What is it? What else is it? Esoteric knowledge, something about ancient knowledge. There's something about the earth that you need to be studying. There is just a whole boatload of knowledge that you need to be taking in and absorbing because they are beginning to ban and burn books once again. Knowledge has been hidden from us for a very long time. They have hidden the truth about the world and how it was created, its existence, its gods. They have hidden all of that. They have buried all of that. They don't really want you to know. And those are the powers that be that don't really want you to know the truth. So they came up with this man-made religion to control you, but also, there are spirits that have hidden things from us. There are ancient people who knew that we weren't ready for this type of knowledge because all we're going to do as humans is use it to control, manipulate, and destroy each other, as is evident with in the history of humans. If you just study history, even what they have rewritten is full of blood and chaos and destruction and discrimination and wanting to rid the world of each other so that one person or one group can have complete control. So they knew that there's some type of knowledge that they knew to hide because we wouldn't know what to do with it anyway. But okay. Um, all of that aside, there is still something that you can be learning right now. Stop turning away from knowledge. Stop saying, well, hey, I'd rather do this instead. I'd rather, lay down, and everybody needs to lay down, so get your rest. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that seek knowledge. You need to actively be seeking knowledge. Okay? You don't need to, oh, I don't need to know that. Oh, I'll study that later. No, read something, listen to something, watch a documentary if you don't like to read. And there are plenty of people who don't like to read. But that doesn't mean that you cannot watch something that will give you some knowledge. If there's nothing inside of your head, then your intuition has nothing to feed to you. You can say, I mean, you can get little nudges, but if there's nothing inside of your head, it's not gonna work. You're gonna have. I'm not saying you got to be super smart. I'm not saying you got to be a rocket scientist. I'm not saying that you got to make straight A's or be a genius. But stop running from knowledge. Sit your butt down somewhere and learn something. Get off of Instagram, even YouTube. Even though I'm on YouTube right now, like you still can't waste all of your energy on these tools that they have given you to become a distraction. You need to go and learn something or use the technology instead of like scrolling through um social media and all of that and watching videos that don't really matter. And I'm saying this, but here I am on YouTube, but I have to talk about myself as well. Instead of, taking in things into our spirit that don't really matter, we need to be using this technology that has been given to us to actually learn something, to use their weapon against them. Okay. I apologize if I'm talking fast, but one, I've always been a fast talker. I have to intentionally make myself slow down. But as the messages come, they come very quickly. You need to stay hydrated. Stop pouring your energy where it will be wasted. There are some people and there are some things that you really just don't need to pour your energy into. You need to understand that it doesn't even freaking concern you. You get mad at people about something that has absolutely nothing to do with you. If it sounds like I'm fussing, I'm not. And if I am fussing, I'm fussing at y'all as well as myself. I think I said this in my last reading, that you're fighting war on two different battlefields. There is the physical world that you have to fight, as well as the spiritual world that you have to fight. And it's exhausting to do both. I want to applaud you because you've made it up until this point. You're still here. We took our breaths together. You're still alive. God bless you. So congratulations for making it up until this point. But that's not going to end anytime soon. I want to say you will no doubt forever be fighting two battles because it's just the way things are, especially with the children of light. I'm sorry that I can't change that for you. Man, could you clarify that, please? Stop playing, with people, or stop allowing people to play with you. While everything does not deserve your energy and you don't have to engage, when you are physically threatened, it is okay to lose your mind. I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to. I do not condone violence. Um, I said what I said. I'm gonna leave it at that. Don't go around threatening people yourself. I'm done with that. Um, hmm. Quite a few things. One, the Divine Mother is. I don't believe that she's waking up. Maybe she's never been asleep. She's always been here. It's just that, like the powers that be wrote her out of history, out of religion. But the Divine Mother is here supporting us during this time. I'm also seeing somebody needing to heal a mother wound. I'm also seeing somebody who needs to tap into their nurturing energy. I'm also sensing an ancestor who was very nurturing. It could be a male or a female because I'm seeing both. But this person was very nurturing, very kind, and whether or not you knew them in a past life, they are around you now, helping to calm you when things are too noisy inside your brain. It's like your inner critic starts talking, and then that nurturing voice comes in, and it's like, why are you talking about yourself like that? You didn't do anything wrong. I'm very proud of you. Keep going. It's okay. They're very when that occurs, it's that ancestral, mother. And I'm getting I, for some of you, this is, I may be about to mispronounce this, but it's mitochondrial Eve. Like the some people say it's a myth, but I'm still doing, research on it myself. But it's the one mother who we are all derived from. It's the first, woman, that we all have her DNA inside of us. And I'm getting the sense that for some of you, this is her speaking out, nurturing and caring for you in the spiritual realm. Yeah, yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her. That's her being a mother in the spiritual realm. You're on the road to freedom. You just don't feel like it. And for those of you who need to get more concentrated on your journey to freedom, whether this is spiritual, physical, emotional freedom, um, make sure that you're knowing, what it is that you want. And I'm not saying that all of your I's have to be dotted and all your T's have to be crossed, What I am saying is that you need to first imagine the destination. Where do you want to end up? And then backtrack and say, well, how would I get there? What steps could I take? What steps am I taking now? I'm sensing that you will get there. You will have peace in your life. You will have peace in your spirit. Um, Something is ordained. What? Okay. Some of you are going to come in contact with a person who is your person, or a group of people who are your people, or a community who is like your tribe. Y'all can grow food together. Y'all can live together. Y'all can, use the sun to, get electricity. You guys will be okay living off the grid, and it will be, you won't be alone. You'll have your people around you. It's going to be more than you though. And what I mean by that is like we all have different tribes. We don't all belong to the same tribe. And while you will find your tribe, someone else will find theirs, and someone else will find theirs, and then they'll have like, only as an example, I don't mean this literally, but think about like, Lord, don't let me get my number wrong, because you know I don't know my Bible like I need to. Is it the 12? What? Dog, I missed it. The 12 tribes of. Dog, I forgot. It completely slipped my mind. I guess Spirit said, "Don't talk about something you don't know about." Okay, but like we'll all be sectioned off in our own tribes, and we'll be living, fairly pleasant lives. And it's going to happen sooner rather than later. But it's going to come after towers fall. It's going to come after the destruction of the systems that are poisoning us gets shut down. Hopefully that comes without war. I really hope so. That's why I'm asking you guys that if you can grow food, grow it, and sell, give, collect your community. What you can make on your own, make, and like let your community know, hey, I've got this, I'm doing this. And even if it doesn't take off right away, it doesn't have to be a business. It doesn't have to be, monetary exchange. It could be like a barter, like, hey, this person growing pecans and this person is growing apples, and you guys trade. I'm not really sure how the system is going to be set up. It's going to be different for every tribe, different for every area. But I'm saying start thinking about ways that you can trade and barter, and help to bring about this. A different type of system than the one that we have, and try to bring it in without war. That's really what I want, or really what we all want. It's not just me. um how did I forget the tribes? And I know that I said it plenty of times. I'm sorry, I'm beating myself up in my head because I can't and it's really gone. I can't think of that person's name. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. um the number 9 is significant. There. Okay. You have 9 blessings coming your way. I'm hearing exactly 9. Somebody is either going to, I don't want to say what it is. I'm seeing a lot of different things, and I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression of what their blessing is, because if it's not what you make up in your head, then you're not going to see it as a blessing. But you will receive 9 blessings, exactly 9. For the time being, I don't know if like in the future you'll get more, but for the time being, there are 9 blessings coming your way. Yep. Yeah, that I just pulled another card, and all it was just confirmation letting me know like Don't try to say what I see about what those blessings are, because we really ruin stuff. We really do. Because we think, oh, I'm going to get this. But then when it comes in the form of something else, you don't feel blessed because it's not what you imagined it to be. I am needing you guys to kind of let go of what you think a blessing looks like, to let go of what you think wealth looks like, to just be open to every possibility. Okay. Like maybe, okay, I can't say. I really can't say what it is that I'm seeing because it's going to mess up you guys' psyche. Um, okay. All right. I guess that's it. I'm going to have to leave it there for today. Um, yeah. Remember to breathe. Remember that, oh, yes. What something else I want to kind of touch on. Uh, Listening to readings and channeled messages and tarot cards, that gives you insight, as you should have. I do think it's kind of necessary, but without the proper healing, it's not really going to do any good. It's going to go in one ear and out the other because it's not going to settle down in your spirit. That's why doing shadow work, receiving Reiki treatments, um, just doing journaling, meditating. If you're not doing the inner work, then it doesn't matter what I say, what, this reader, this channeler, you know, this pastor, preacher, priest, no matter what anybody says, it will never hit home with you. It will never solidify within your spirit because you haven't done the inner work. And you've got to start doing the inner work to heal and to purge so that you can be your best possible self. That's really the only way that I can put it. Anyway, I guess that's it. Move around today, even if you feel tired. Rest when you want to, but do something, even if it's like step outside and getting some sunlight, stepping outside if it's raining, letting the raindrops hit you. Do something to show the universe, hey, I'm here and I'm willing, and I know that I have your support. Okay, now that's it for real this time. Thank you for tuning in, and follow your own star.